Agents execute a search warrant at the Cookville home. Elizabeth Stevenson. Inside the house, officers find close to a pound of meth, as well as tactical vests and an arsenal of weapons. At the time of the raid, the couple is not here.
It appeared what we had found in the residence that they were certainly anticipating a violent encounter.
Shots fired. This is video the next day, showing a dramatic chase in Texas. Putnam drug agents learn that the Stevensons are moving a large shipment of drugs from the Mexican border.
But they went across the border themselves, dealing and discussing and talking with one of the cartels.
Putnam authorities contact Texas law officers who are shown.
I'm going to get my schedule from Jaguar Gator. I'm going to get my schedule from Jaguar Gator. Whatever he calls himself. Whatever. JG9. JG9 is the guy that linked that Cowboys. Mike Lynch says hello. You know, I want to change my chat, so I'm going to add a new widget, a new Prism chat widget, and chat is going to disappear for after 1 minute, okay? So you'll see. You'll see. So it'll be visible for a minute instead of 15 seconds. There it is. But do I see it on my show yet? Yeah. So chat's up to here. Is that the high as it goes? To the top of the bill. Okay, that's fine. Lot of guys, a lot of people watching. Cameron is. Sorry, my hands are full. Ban people who do bad things. You didn't do anything bad. This is Teddy B at the bottom, and that's Ted Belcher at the top. That I used to be called the Ted Belcher channel, and I ran by this one. This is my. I used this avatar until 2018, and then I switched my channel name. So call that old channel, new channel. Same channel, different picture. I used AI to edit the frog from the original artist, and I made the Bengal ones myself, putting the logo on a frog. I did this one, I recolored it on Microsoft Paint, Windows 10. So Windows 10 and AI. Other examples of my art. Art. Where's my damn art? I like this picture right here, bro. This guy. Convenience for the extra. Extra Mile is the Chevron, is at Chevron gas stations. You can get snacks and shit. He's got beef jerky and a big sandwich with like meatballs. Looks like jacket. Yeah. Whoa. This guy, Chad. Bro, this is totally worth an extra sub. This is why I get all the subscribers, bro. You just keep those subs going up. My counter says at 890. I'm 4 minutes behind the show. Why am I so lagging? $44 viewers. 42. Oh. Bimbo Santos came to watch me. Wow. Santa, do you know what I want for Christmas? I want the 49ers to lose on Christmas. NFL's playing on Christmas this year. They're talking about the 49ers on my radio.
This is much respect for John Lynch, right? Big part of the article.
Down syndrome.
Now, this is the thing where I tell people this sometimes, and I still think they're shocked about this, or they don't understand this, right? Kyle Shanahan's picking the players. Kyle Shanahan is the GM of the 49ers. He has absolute total power, right? So it's not the way to take away anything from, a John Lynch, or just like a Brett Veach of Kansas City. Andy Reid gets final power call, right? There's a few of those in the NFL, right? So it ain't Peters or Lynch. It's Shanahan, then it's Lynch, and then it was Peters when he was there.
So, to me,
Trying to give him a mustache.
that we didn't already know. It's kind of reaffirming, right? It's just
Where the undo button at?
It's Shanahan's favorite, especially now with Peters now gone to Washington. Brent Cardone starting the second season with Tennessee. many others in our organization that moved on. This has always been Shanahan's baby. And it will always be his baby. That's why I think he's a GM. I actually do think he's a defensive coordinator. And maybe one day he'll allow somebody else to call plays, because at some point we're going to start having the question, or we're going to bring up the question, is there too much on Kyle Shanahan's play?
Better.
That's going to happen at some point. But, like, he references the Kansas City situation, and I think this is interesting. I listened to Brett Veach explain that he actually thinks it's easier to draft with Andy now than it was when they first got together. Now, they've known each other for like 25 years, okay? And they've been working together, I put air quotes, every day on the Chiefs since 2017. It should get easier over time. When you understand what another guy likes, like you and I, we've been working together for quite some time. Like
That's better. That's better.
Certain things that are going to push your buttons. You certainly know some of the things that are going to push my buttons. And I think that as John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan work together, like you're not going to take a player that this guy is never going to like. Like you know that's not.
Let me try that again.
So yeah, I do believe Kyle Shanahan has a ton of influence, but at the end of the day, I do think Lynch has some input on things.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, no doubt. He's right there.
I do. I don't think it's all Kyle, but I do believe at the end of the day, Kyle does have final say.
No,
and he should.
But I also think Kyle, like you just said, he values the hell out of what John Lynch sees.
Agreed.
He says.
Agreed.
He values John Lynch. He's out there. He's John Lynch's front man. When Shanahan is sitting back at the combine saying, I'm not attending Indianapolis, it's Lynch out there doing all the footwork for the 49ers, kind of figuring out the lay of the land. You know, he's had Patrick Mahomes' pro days and decoy. He's that guy for Shanahan. Shanahan's like, hey, John, I need you to go do, you know what I'm saying? It's like our boy Sosa when he's Al Pacino. Hey, Al,
I tried.
I need you to go do this. I need you to kill this guy. You don't get the thing. You're going to get clipped, but that's what ended up happening. But
I grew up on Charlie Chaplin. I don't know how they had so much, nothing but old shit to show on TV. The new shit sucked. You grow up, hey, you grow up in the 70s and you're looking at the stupid shit they're doing. I don't want to see anything from the 70s. You fuck the 70s. We're watching everything else. 1979, that's when it gets good. Can't wait for the 70s to end. I will probably not survive to the 2070s. The chances are I'm not gonna be 90. I probably won't make it, guys. How long will I live? Ideally, well, I better see that Super Bowl 76. Well, that's 18 years more. That would be 56, 66. I'll be 66 at Super Bowl. No, I'll be 65 at Super Bowl 76, roughly. So, I'll be 66 at Super Bowl 76. I'll be 76 at Super Bowl 86. I'll be 96 at Super Bowl 106. I would like to see Super Bowl 100, okay? Super Bowl 100, I will be 90, okay? Many of you people will make it there, okay? But I'm 90, guys. I'll be 90. I'm talking about Super Bowl 100, okay? I'll be 90 years old. Just think about me then. In my reign of, and how everybody came together to stop the 49ers, okay? To denounce who I have not denounced yet. We'll have 1 billion subs. I like talking about the future. The future Super Bowl 60. I'm gonna be 50. I'm gonna be in San Francisco. I will turn. What the hell is that? Let's see. I will be 49 right after Super Bowl 50. Turn 49 after the next Super Bowl. Yeah, I'll be 49 at Super Bowl 60 in San Francisco. In San Francisco, I get the Super Bowl. I'm gonna be 49 years old, and the Super Bowl is coming to me. 49er gang. Nobody, all the other 49ers will not be my age. I'll be like one of the few, the true 49er, baby. Okay. All these other pretenders. Well, their welfare. I'll just line up, get the good vibes they got. Be first in line. But then 45, what's it, let's see, 19 years from now, Super Bowl 80 is going to be pretty big. You're from Montana, the Montana era. I'm 48. I was born after Super Bowl 10. Then Super Bowl 11 happened. It came to me in Pasadena, and the Raiders beat the Vikings. And then John Madden was fired because he's an incompetent coach. The biggest question in 1976 is the Trojans moving their coach to Tampa Bay because they took the USC Trojans were the best football team in America, and Tampa Bay was the worst. So they paid him, John McKay, $500,000 to move to Tampa. Only not even $1 million to take the best coach out of, so they could, but they didn't destroy the program. The Trojan program was still too strong. Okay. So we lost our coach. The best coach in Los Angeles left in '76, and then John Madden came in making a joke out of coaching. Like, you go ahead and try to learn something from John Madden, okay? Besides how to be entertaining, coaches are not entertainment, okay? So John Madden was fired, and then the Raiders moved down, and they had lackluster coaches like Tom Flores. Gives a shit. They went from the most loved coach to like I don't even remember Art Shell. By the time they put Art Shell in, it was over. And I thought Art Shell would turn it around. I got an Art Shell autograph. John Madden never made the 49ers a dime. That's right. But he's bigger in San Francisco than LA because he's the mortal enemy of Jim, of the Raiders, 49ers. Very big rivalry up here. Shut it down. You couldn't learn what I learned. There's no source. There's just calculations. This is very rare when an NFL owner dies, guys. Okay, they were waiting for Jerry Jones. They already got him a coffin. Okay, I'm waiting. You know that mother. I don't wish any ill against these owners, but the 49ers owners are not very popular amongst their own fans, let alone me. I'm a Rams fan. I live around 49er fans, and they hate Kyle Shanahan. He's a moron. We hate our coaches. We hate Steve Kerr. They're desperately trying to get Steve Kerr to be the Lakers coach so they can salvage his reputation, because everybody fucking hates Steve Kerr. He's a dumbass and he can't coach. He can't coach, or he has no accountability for his players. I hope Draymond Green stays under Coach Kerr until he attacks the next person. We're going to claim self-defense. Okay, Eddie DeBartolo owns the Pittsburgh Maulers. He's very popular in Pittsburgh. Eddie ain't got shit on Ted. He has no T in front of his name. What kind of baby? Grow the fuck up. Ed DeBartolo. The Bay Area loves whatever they're told to love. The Bay Area isn't very picky. Yeah. The Bay Area loved Trey Lance. The Bay Area, they love Brock Purdy. The 49ers just drafted a new quarterback because these guys ain't playing no 20 fucking games. It takes more than one quarterback to get through a season, and they've already overworked Brock Purdy, who's never played a competitive game that he's actually won. I've never seen him actually come back. Every time the 49ers are down, I've seen Brock Purdy in 2 Super Bowls, and they went down. Purdy goes down. No, I haven't. Carlton Morrison, I don't know anything about that. My favorite, a nice hit, baby. Jim Kelly, 4 Super Bowls. How old is he? Who cares? Who cares? How many quarterbacks have lost 2 Super Bowls? Who the fuck wants to be on that list? They should have got rid of him the first time, and they're still dragging his ass back a second time. They're not just drafting that quarterback, they're developing that quarterback for significant play time. Okay. Nobody looks as good as Geno Smith for the. When you look good and people say, "Damn man, that guy did look good this year," like the Seahawks replacement for Russell Wilson, they're up there chilling, bro. Geno. He's magic, man. Super Mario RPG. Geno. Everybody wants Geno in all the God. He's the most forgotten and beloved RPG Mario Party member. Brock Purdy is an imitation of Brock Lesnar. Brock Purdy. So the Brocken is a giant mountain that spies on Europe. The Brocken is the tallest mountain in Europe. It's in Austria. It's close to Austria. I should get the exact map. Hey, when I saw Stafford coming from the Lions, I knew it was on. I called the Rams to win the Super Bowl all year, but as it came close, I flipped back. I officially called the Bengals in 50, but the close game. I don't care who wins. I'm happy that I don't care who wins. I don't want a stinking Lombardi trophy. Los Angeles needed it to shut San Francisco up. The Bengals don't need to win the Super Bowl. That's some shit in your head. That's never gonna happen. Joe Burrow has his AFC championship ring. Boomer Esiason has his championship ring. Kenny Anderson has his AFC championship. That's the standard. The standard is the next quarterback might be better than Joe Burrow. I don't like Joe Burrow. So, I don't like Joe Burrow. I don't like Brock Purdy. How many people are actually going to say that? I could tell you why I don't like Joe Burrow, because he doesn't play to tie the game. He plays to win the game. And the way I coach the game is I coach to tie the game. And as long as you don't coach to lose the game, then you will win the game. Because we play to tie. That's why the Chiefs have 11.5 win total this year. So if they win 11 and tie 1, you get your money. Because they have half a game in win totals. The worst team in the league is expected to win 5.5 games or 4.5 games. There's no 4 game. There's nobody down there with a 4 game over under. Every team is expected to tie. Okay. Matthew Stafford has had a tie game, and he is one of the great. He is a quarterback who has had a tie game and also won the Super Bowl. You see the connection? Joe Burrow has, believe it or not, 2 ties? I don't want. Andy Dalton has 2 ties. If Dalton gets one more tie, he'll be the all-time leader in ties. Make the playoffs like the 74 Steelers with 1 tie, and then you win the Super Bowl for the first time. Because the Steelers could never win a Super Bowl until they were good enough to tie Denver in week 1. It didn't matter if they beat Denver in week 1 without Terry Bradshaw, because Terry Bradshaw didn't play week 1 in Denver in 1974 when the Steelers tied Denver. The team was good enough to tie, and then you slide Terry Bradshaw into the mix. See, as long as you're playing good enough to tie and protect the tie, then you insert your superstar, and then you get your wins, okay? Who cares about the tie? I want every game to tie. That's how I watch football. I always want every game to be a tie. You calculate the score, the odds that it'll be a tie. As soon as you get to funky scores, you know the game can't tie anymore. That's when I stop watching. Even if it's a blowout, it could be a 21-point blowout, but that's exactly what you need to send it to overtime. If it's a 16 or 15 or 19-point blowout, it could be a 26-point blowout. You know they're not going to get the other team. You calculate how much the other team can actually get. They don't need to win. They only need to tie. Okay, this is football. Okay, you don't need to win. You don't need to win. Winning is extra. Not losing is your job. Your job is to not lose. Don't be a loser. Play to tie. Use your superstars and win. And that's my formula. That's my formula. That's a formula that secures higher draft picks. When you get a tie, it helps in the draft. Yes, right. Bay Area sports fans are different. We're kind of aggressive on a world stage. We can proclaim anybody in San Francisco as the automatic world champion, because first of all, we're in San Francisco, And if you were the world champion, you'd be here too. But you're not. You're not a champ. Spoiled from all the... You're damn right. And you don't even need to be a 49er fan to enjoy the winning culture. Because, you know, everybody's going to talk win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw every day. We got the Cincinnati Reds in town. Let's see. Cincinnati Reds schedule.
Here's what's coming up for the Reds.
Okay,
between
Reds
today
are in
and June
Arizona today.
24th, 2024.
Oh. Let's see. Cincinnati Reds score.
The Reds Diamondbacks game is scoreless in the top of the
It's already
second.
started. San Francisco Giants score.
The Giants are behind the Dodgers,
Okay.
1-0.
Giants Reds score.
The Giants eked out a win in 10 innings against the
Yes.
Reds yesterday. The
10
final score was 6-5.
Can you believe it? They went 10 innings. It was a tie game yesterday in San Francisco. Cincinnati. I almost let it. It went 10 innings. They had 1 inning of overtime. So, the Giants scored 1 run. Probably a walk-off run in the bottom of the 10th. That's way more exciting than a ninth, winning in the 9th, bro. Overtime, the tie game. You'll be praying to God that they can tie the game. You lose track of winning when you watch football. When you're down, all you want is tie the game, please. Coin flip overtime, we have a shot, okay? That's football. The tie is everything. Sometimes it's the final score is also a tie. But the tie is fucking everything, bro. If you can't tie the game, you're not gonna fucking win it. You have no chance in the hell of tying it. You don't play if you don't play to tie, you don't play to score, you don't play to stop scores. What do you play for? The game, hey, when the game starts, it's a fucking tie. You don't get a point for flipping the coin. You don't get a point for yards. You don't get a point for a fair catch. You can fumble that shit up and give some points though. There's points on the board every fucking second. If you're not good at what you do. I remember that 24 inning game back like 1992. I remember that shit. It was in the middle of summer. That it was not like there was anything else on it. That's one of the last times my brother watched a baseball game in his room. Then we switched rooms. I moved into that room. And my brother never sat around and watched baseball at home. I mean, it's just not what he did. My brother could sit and watch the Lakers. He'd sit and watch wrestling. He'd sit and watch, usually try and go somewhere else to watch the USC Trojan football game. Me, I learned to watch football at home from the very beginning. I didn't go. My grandparents always had a yearly Bruins Trojan crosstown LA college football game. You know, the house would be full of Bruin fans and Trojan fans, and I would root for the Bruins. But we're still a Trojan family. There's no reason to root for the Bruins in the last 30 years after Troy Aikman was coming through. Troy Aikman came up. He works for Fox Network. People came so short and watched. Whoa, good hit. I like it when the hit's big. I want to get some more of that shit. That's why I'm finishing that cart last, getting through the shitty carts first. Nobody's ever going to hand you 2 carts and you're going to say they're both exact. I like them equally. They're always one's going to be better than the other. I picked up 3 different flavors. I'm a Tekken King specialist. I specialize in non-combat moves, recovery options, wall jumps, running, and sidestepping. Those you play Tekken to do all the things besides attack, and then you whiff punish. You only attack when your opponent is spamming moves to step forward. Like jab is usually used to close the distance, even though it's not. Jab. I don't spam attacks to walk. No. At Tekken 7, 8 looks really weird. Every king is using a different set of base moves than I usually stick to. Honestly, you want to spam Steiner line. You want to spam clothesline. So just tap forward in both punches. I haven't seen anybody even do the move in Tekken 8, but you tap forward and press both punches, and it's a clothesline. It hits hot, it hits high, but if you hold forward and press both, you'll do the Steiner line, which is 50 points of damage. Usually 4 of those will instantly win a round. Nobody does this. Nobody is doing this. I don't have any guns. The whole game of I can't watch pros play Tekken, bro. It's bad for me. I mean, it makes me a worse player. When I come into Tekken 8, I'll just use my old Tekken 7 knowledge. We can't check the statistics. I don't know how many people are watching anymore. A nice little 500. Yeah. And probably 285. I don't press any buttons when I press Tekken. I just watch I'll watch you beat me. I will learn all your attacks, and then you'll never touch me. That's right. How to play Tekken. Don't press anything and just see what moves your opponent likes. And then avoid that stuff. Because the first couple moves bounce right off your face. If you're not pressing anything, you will automatically block all the high attacks. If you see your opponent duck, you can throw a low parry, you can sidestep. I don't Korean backdash. That's just spamming trash over. secretly try and position myself with my back to the wall. Crazy like that. Life's good, guys. You know, I'm gonna smoke this whole pack before midnight. I'll have to go get another one. So I'm wearing my boots. I'm halfway back out the door again. Chat's big now. It's only 45 cents per cigarette. I take change. That could be 9 aluminum cans. Yeah. Well, you know, I like fucking with my viewers, so I stop and start the show whenever I want, because that's totally normal in 2024. I still maintain my regular main show at midnight. The rest of the days just I'm entertained by doing this. I like I like this. It's all my stuff. All my stuff is right here. I waited my whole life to goddamn do my show. Like we didn't have the technology individually as kids. I think, 798 days after the Nintendo came out, I got it. I calculated exactly. $1988 was the year I officially started getting games whenever I could. In 1988, I got the first game was 90 Kung Fu and regular ass Super Mario Brothers for 90 days. Tiger Helicopter game. So I had Tiger Helicopter was the first game I got from a kid, and many kids would give away their Nintendo games because Tiger Heli was garbage. Like, people didn't care. Like, kids would trade their games. I borrowed Castlevania for 10 days from somebody. My best friend would never lend me the Goonies. I could never get. I'm waiting to play Goonies at home, and I'd already watched them beat it all in '87. Maybe Ring King. the best game from before '88, right? Ring King. It's just a violent attack. It's a violent boxing game, you know. It was a premium product by Data East, similar to Punch Out. And that was my Ring King was my favorite game before I owned the system. Okay, I was currently playing the Ring King. Ring King. It's a game but I only got to play it for a couple hours. Like, that was the game that left me hanging as I became an owner. I never got the chance to finish Ring King. I just went through the rest of the library. But I always fondly remember Ring King as a nice product. I don't like I like I don't like two sticks. I like one stick and some buttons. I like pressing one stick or D-pad and buttons. I do not like pressing. I don't like this, you know. Everything today is the same thing. You just rub. You're just going, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. There's no buttons. Now you can click in on the L3, R3. Halo did it the best. You could pull your knee, you could jump and tuck your knees up. None of the games have ever actually accomplished the jumping physics of Halo 2. Maybe all of the Halos are like that. What made Halo a good game is jumping was fun. You don't need to just you could melee half the game. Just bonk people with your weapon, jump around and bonk people. That's very similar to Mario. Halo and Mario, they both jump multiple. They jump so high they don't compare. They don't compare to other Call of Duty jumps. You can't. But nowadays, they got parachutes off of a 2-story building in Call of Duty. It's just stupid. The wingsuit was okay. The wingsuit is okay in Black Ops 4 Blackout, because the wingsuit is a suit you wear. It's a suit. It's not a helicopter. You know, you already have it equipped. It made sense. The wingsuit. And if I'm gonna use two analogs, one should be how you pilot giant robots. Like, we don't have good giant robot controls. You cannot control giant robots with analog sticks. You need flight joysticks. The analog is a pale imitation. It's a cheap imitation flight joystick. If you really want to enjoy Grand Theft Auto, you need a goddamn steering wheel. I like staring at a TV that's turned off as long as I can see my reflection. I don't give a shit. I always knew I'd be on the TV eventually. I was like, damn, I will sit and stare at my reflection until that shit fucking magically starts fucking broadcast. And it did. In my lifetime, I got what I wanted. I got everything I wanted in my life. I got everything that I ever wanted, and I'll never give it back. Oh, I know you hate X Factor, but Mike Lynch has to look at me like that or say, he's singing at a WWE or AEW. Well, I'm singing a WWE song. I am singing They're good. They're known for their music, not so much their suggestive programming. X Factor, that was about a big bald guy with Prince Albert Pierce. They called him Prince Albert because he had a earring in his dick. Do I want to watch WWE where the guy's name is Prince Albert and he's got a piercing in his dick? I don't know, man. Maybe AEW has a little more to imagine. Where's Darby Allin? Where's the Young Bucks? Dare I say, where's Jon Moxley? I'd rather have a season ticket to the entire rest of this year of AEW. It's been a crazy year. WWF is just blah. It's the same ass product they always have. They're chugging through the year. Cody Rhodes is now trying to fight Logan Paul. More conspiracies that I think are true. Dragunov is a ripoff of Tekken, and he's the WWE is jealous about the better fighting game, so they have to name their characters after Tekken now. Because Dragunov does a double-headed. The move I say how to beat Tyson is I learned it from Tekken, and they've been stealing animations from Namco since they didn't know how to execute the damn sharpshooter. They had to have Conan put it on Bret Hart in the bathroom. So WWF doesn't know how to execute their own moves. They have to watch the video game. That's my conspiracy. But it's a known fact. Even Maven Huffman just played WWE 2K14 this week. 2K24. I'm bagging on Brock Purdy because he lives with another dude. Bagging on Brock Purdy because he's making a mockery out of the draft. You might as well just dodge the draft. You know what a draft dodger is? You know what an undrafted free agent is? That's usually how Pittsburgh rebuilds their roster. Because Pittsburgh can never get the top draft picks. They always have guys that won't be in the draft. Miraculously, they'll just be undrafted. I mean, Purdy should have been undrafted, guys. He's just. That's why I bag on Purdy. What are you going to give him? Shohei Ohtani money? 500 million is, yeah, that's what you did. You want to pay 10 years about, how much is Joe Burrow going to make in 10 million? 500 years at 55 million a year? How much is Brock Purdy going to make after 10 years at 4 million, 1 million a year? Well, he's going to make about 40 million. American football is the same as American money, and the entire economy is a football-based export. What we do is we export football. We export around the world. They watch us around the world. I watched the Raiders in Super Bowl in Afghanistan. We take the Super Bowl with us, and we like to attack during the football season. So we're you know, we love to attack during the football season. That's the most dangerous parts of the year. That pizza was a little soggy underneath, Levi. And it was potato and garlic pizza. Alright. I can go, if it was just a straight cheese, I'd eat it. I don't watch rugby. I like Andy Dick though. Well, no, yeah, what was like Andy Cap. He was a rugby. I like that Andy Cap. No cap. Potato pizza, yeah. Red potatoes, okay. It's always red, okay. There's never going to be a situation where they're putting regular at that pizza place. Hey man, San Francisco food, potatoes on a pizza. Well, you know, Army food is designed to taste slightly better than a boiled potato because you don't want everybody to eat it all for fun. You eat it. Yeah. So many MRE videos on YouTube. They describe MREs as tasting slightly better than a potato, but not much better than a potato. So a potato pizza is like, that's some government. Are these government potatoes? Oh, my government cheese. You know that some government cheese tastes better. So are they using that government flour? It's all government shit. They all have. Even like Thailand is a restaurant. They export restaurant changes. They don't export NFL football. They export food. The Packers, well, that's Wisconsin. The cheese comes from Wisconsin, basically. California makes a lot of apples. People give apples are worthless. I've had so many apples in my life. Just throw them away. Throw them away. Who cares? That's the value of food. I don't eat acid. Apples are full of acid. Acid breaks down cellular structure and causes cancer. It might need to aggregate like avocado, that's $2 each. The price of the inflation of the fruit market, honestly, you should be paying $5 for an avocado. You should. And then oysters should be higher. Yeah. Remember to make sure you're not lagging on the show. So tap to go forward and catch up. It takes like 15 years for an avocado tree to put out one fruit. I only eat fruit if it, okay, like I might keep an orange I'll eat it at 2 in the morning if I don't want to go out. That's like, ah, shit, I'm not going out tonight. I will eat the apple. I'm never going to eat avocado in a time of need. That's always like, I'm always going to be happy as fuck to eating an avocado under any circumstances. So it's not, I wouldn't compare it to keeping fruit in the house. Yeah. 'Cause I guarantee you I will try to eat that avocado, but the fruit is like, Drake, fruit, avocado. Rather just have beans, can of beans. Beans, cheese, and chicken. Exactly 2 ounces of cheese. Simply put, 70. These are 75-cent stick for one steak. For 1 ounce. How many ounces is a candy bar? To me, a stick of cheese is my modern candy bar. Okay, avocado is technically a fruit, and tomato is not a vegetable. That's why they actually go together. You can mix tomatoes into your avocado. Maybe you should. You shouldn't do that. They all you eat them at the same time. If I bite into my burrito when there's a fucking orange inside it, whoa, this apple flavored burrito. Can I get some more oranges in my apple burrito? Like, I'd like some more avocados and tomato in my burrito. Damn it, that's totally normal. So I eat, if it's Mexican food, I eat it. But Mexicans don't grow fruit. Basically, Mexico fruit. What are you talking about? They got fruit in Mexico. What? I've never had fruit from Mexico. What? Guacamole is whatever you want. You put whatever you want in it. How do I make guacamole? Garlic, salt, straight, nothing else. You could put lettuce in it. You could put stuff in it, but you shouldn't. Like we had an avocado tree, and it would have like 50 avocados that are, all you can eat avocados. I'm used to. I'm not like. There's so plentiful. There's so much. It's a lot of food. Avocado. The density of avocado is calorie rich. All those other fruit, you just sugary. Pomegranate sugar, grapefruit sugar, plums sugar, figs sugar, but olives, I don't know why you put olives on that list. Oh, how much do I got on that? Almost done. How much money do I got? I got 700 right now. I'm there's $775 burning a hole in my pocket. What should I buy? I'm thinking about I'm gonna drop about 66 just on carts tonight. Then I'll go pick up another pack, and we'll pencil in 80. I dropped 80 today. So I'm gonna drop about $80 today. So I'll recalculate my budget for $700 to survive 18 days. Let's see. 700 divided by 18.
It's approximately 38.8888.
Okay. So I should only spend $38 a day, guys. But I'm gonna go drop 80. I mean, I don't want to think of imaginary things to talk about. I'll just break down my budget. People want to know, how is it possible to survive in, how is this guy living in San Francisco? Oh yeah, I did just finish a smoke, but we're trying to get through the pack. I'll have a new pack. I ain't got nothing. I don't cook rice. Bro don't cook rice. Bro doesn't cook rice. Okay. I can get somebody else to cook rice for me. If you want, would you like Chipotle? No, it's too much rice. Not paying for fucking rice. You go to get the $1.50 burrito at Bean and Cheese. Get the bean and cheese burrito at Taco Bell. It's $1.50. Don't even fuck around with no $10 sack of rice from Chipotle. Tawano, yellow passion fruit. Gumbo. One piece devil fruit. Oh, I missed History Hustle's video yesterday. You want to listen to Stefan?
World War II, but I am. What about Bolivia during the Second World War? Well, did you know that Bolivia played a very important role during the Second World War? That is what you're going to learn today. Good to have you back on the channel. If you're new, my name is Stefan. I'm a Dutch history teacher. I like to make videos about history on location for you right now in these beautiful mountains in Bolivia. If you find this content interesting, please consider subscribing, hit that notification bell.
Last time I went out, I had a hot dog.
This video, leave a comment, leave a like. How was a landlocked country like Bolivia involved in a war that was waged on different continents far away? Well, did you know that Bolivia was not always a landlocked country? If you look at sulfur, gunpowder, and fertilizer in the contested, Chile triumphed. And to this day, both Peruvians and Bolivians feel strongly about their lost territories. In the first half of the 1930s, Bolivia saw war against Paraguay.
I wanted to get lamb last night, but the falafel store was closed at 10 o'clock. I was like, they always open until 1 in the morning. I wanted to have. I'm gonna go across the street and get lamb. He's open so close to midnight. maybe I'd like to eat lamb with my viewers next time. Can I hype that up tonight? Can I guarantee that's going down tonight? Raise today's budget to 90. Am I dropping $90 today? $600 divided by 18?
The answer is approximately 33.3333.
If I drop 100 today, I still have a $33 budget for the rest of the month. Finding the extra money to buy an Xbox, a used Xbox, is tempting. I'll pay about give me $20. I'll get Tekken 8 on sale. Then I'll buy a system. Then I'll return to gaming. They all want to see me play the fighting game. I'm nasty. I'm a mean man inside the game. No, my budget is like, it's not 800. It's higher. See, I'm still sitting on 775. If I went through 13 days on $25, that'd be pretty damn good. But I'm still foolish with my money. I part with it in embarrassing ways all the time. Like this cup of ice, 50 cents. Kind of embarrassed to be drinking this cold. I used to live off of nothing, so I get more than 800, right? But I used to live on nothing, so it's all right. It's all right, guys. Worry about the people who don't have anything. And as soon as you come up and you got it like that, you got it like this guy, get yourself some earplugs and stop listening to other people, because you don't need them anymore. Because you got it like that. You got it like that. Visually communicate what they're looking at. Hi, Torian Yates says hi. I had a Captain Yates in the Army. Drill Sergeant Yates. I think Drill Sergeant Yates liked me. Got lucked out on that one. Many hits left in that. Double check the scores. NHL scores. Okay. NHL scores.
Here are the results from the second round for today.
New York Rangers failed to advance to the second round, to the next round. This is the second round. The Dallas Stars are up. NBA scores.
Here are the results from the conference semifinals for today.
The Celtics already completed their victory today. They're up 3-1 on Cleveland. Oklahoma City is trailing by 11 at halftime. Everybody likes me, dude. Trust me. I get enough attention in real life. There's not much of a barrier between me and other people. I'm blessed, to be a little bigger than the average person, so nobody stands directly in front of me, or they don't match up well standing side by side with me. I'm never seen with other people loitering. I love it when watching the sub counter go up. I love it. I'm gonna pump it on and off. See if it's accurate. I don't always trust it. I get to see it count up again. Double check my. So it should be 1097. See that? Or you just can't trust everybody, you know. So multiple sources. Nobody's gonna live stream their YouTube studio. So. Come visit me in Britain. You can stay in my spare room. Oh boy. I'm drawing a line on the map tonight. You would like me to, what kind of favor would you like? Mr. Yates. Yates. This guy. Can you see Yates on his jersey? It says Yates right on his jersey. You see that? By the way, I'm right behind Yates. Me and Yates are right there. Yates in the front, me in the middle row. Yates was had a aura about him. That's right. Yates approved. Yates was my first sergeant. Now, of course, everybody has three. Gotcha. Brown, front row Brown. That's Sergeant Flott. His name was Flott, and he's right next to Hunter. This guy Hunter. Those are my sergeants. Okay. Flotz gave me my first Article 15 for spitting in someone's face. Yeah. So the first time I got in trouble, he was like, man, you can't be spitting in somebody. That's indecent assault, man. So. That's assault, man. You indecently assault somebody, man. You can't spit in someone's face. So, this guy was in military intelligence. This guy was always, he was the intelligent guy. You know, 3 personalities. running a platoon. You don't know what drill sergeant would be leading an activity. Now, this guy was having his first, he had never been a drill sergeant before. This was his first platoon, and Yates was on his last platoon. He was done. He was like, he didn't give a shit, bro. Yates never came around, bro. Dude, my platoon, they cut us some slack. We got the slack. Even I graduated. That's how we were the oldest platoon in the company, because there's 55 guys in a platoon, 220 in the company, 4 platoons, 4 companies, about 12 platoons of 12. All the Charlie 247 Infantry Brigade training. There were 3 other companies in our brigade. We trained as 220. So you'd be 220 people running in the morning, 200 people, 220 in a road march, 200 the line to eat. You eat 220 people at a time, and all the other platoons were way younger. They had younger guys in the other platoon, and they did more physical punishment style. Like everybody was a little, like the average age was 24. Even I was 24. Right. I joined on my birthday. I was 25. Is that right? Yeah, I was 25. So the average age was like 24 in the platoon, because we went in March, and none of the kids got out of high school in March. There's no high school kids going into the Army at March. So it's kind of a chill month. So you're not dealing, the sergeants are not dealing with high school kids, but there's a time, during a certain time of year, your training will be potentially with girls or kids. It was nice to have a mature platoon. We were mature. Not a lot of immaturity. So, but the personalities were there. You gotta go. Okay, go. Remember, we're 3 subs away from what I think is the correct view count. It's 1 minute after 8. Tyrak is here.
How many more shots will we get at Mark Cuban? What's the over-under? 8:06 left in the third. Oh, you get at least 4.
I never broke down how my football teams were coached either, but we'll get to that eventually. Our football team only had like 29 guys, which is not enough for a team. We barely could field the team in my senior year, because the program was so bad. Everybody knew the team couldn't win more than 3 games. My best season was 3 games, 6 losses, and a tie. I personally have had a tie game in my life. Yeah, live a couple times every day. I will. You can count on it. There's no guarantee. Tomorrow at 3 is not, no, could be when I wake up. 6 hours before I go live is more likely. It's 3 o'clock somewhere. Hello. What? What? Let's watch some 1959. By Jills in War? What's that mean? I don't know what the Jills is.
At Washington's Griffith Stadium, the Redskins have their tomahawk sharpened for the Cleveland Browns. The Browns are in second place in the Eastern Conference. That doesn't scare the Skins. They're ready to roll after a big win over the world champion Baltimore Colts. The Redskins aren't prepared for the likes of Bobby Mitchell. On their second place in scrimmage, the Browns send him around right end. Mitchell keeps his feet as Richie McCabe dives at him. Gets the block from Ray Renfro. It's 90 yards as the Browns take a 7-0 lead on the season's longest run from scrimmage. Mitchell is at it again the next time Cleveland gets the ball. He tries left hand this time and weaves his way for 25 yards behind Gene Hickerson's family.
I can't see anything.
They'll catch the Browns in the air with a pass down the middle. Ray Renfro's behind his man and skips over the goal line to boost Cleveland into a 14-0 advantage. The Skins have a rugged runner of their own in fullback Johnny Olszewski.
Yeah, some action.
Right in the middle of the Browns line and leads the
Olszewski, yeah, number 0.
65-yard rush to the Brown 15.
44 is the fullback number.
Dick James slants into the end zone for the first Redskins score, and it's a 14-7 game going into the second quarter. Johnny Olszewski opens the second period by breaking away from 2 tacklers
From Los Angeles. This is a 1959.
It winds up deep in Cleveland territory. Johnny O, who broke a Redskin single-game rushing record with 190 yards, rockets 19 of those yards for the touchdown. The Redskins have rallied to tie it up at the half, 14-14. Bill Bombay is playing the Redskins in the third quarter. He connects with Ray Renfro for a Cleveland first down.
Let's go, Browns!
The Skins won't yield any more of their reservation, but automatic Luke Rosa brings up 3 points with a 45-yard field goal.
The Cowboys are playing in Cleveland next. Major hype. Major hype.
Passing for the Redskins as the Browns apply the pressure. Eddie pass is picked off by Galen Fitz, who returns to their 16.
Oh.
With Jim Ray Smith leading the way, Bobby Mitchell slashes the final 5 yards for the Cleveland tally. Bobby's second TD gives the Browns a 24-14.
Hey, Bobby! Hey, Bobby!
17 with a Sam Baker field goal. The Browns have the ball in the last quarter, and here goes Bobby Mitchell.
Hey, Bobby! Hey, Bobby!
He runs him out of bounds after 40 yards. Big Jim Brown, the league's leading.
Big Jim Brown, here comes Jim Brown.
And the slow motion camera shows him at his bulldozing best as he plows for 9 yards.
Good blow to his hip. Ouch. Ouch.
All the honors belong to Bobby Mitchell today. He scampers through the Skins to his third touchdown to wrap up the Cleveland victory, 31-17. Mitchell's net yardage of 232 yards is just 5 yards short of the league record set by teammate Jim Brown, and it helps Cleveland climb into a first-place Eastern Conference tie with New York.
First place.
With 52,000
Rams house!
reach a now or never point as they take on the touring Los Angeles Rams. The Lions are 1-5-1 and the Rams are 2-5. The Detroiters.
That's what I'm talking about. Show me that Rams.
Earl Marlin quarterback. The Lions
Bobby Lane.
Rams in the first quarter. Morrow finds Gabe
Earl Morrow.
wide open at midfield and drops a pass in his hand. Middleton runs away from the Rams for a 79-yard touchdown as Detroit takes the upper hand early with a 7-0 lead. The Lions are inside the Los Angeles city limits again in the second quarter. John Henry Johnson sweeps to the Ram 33. Jim Martin gets the call on fourth down and delivers a 41-yard field goal. The Lion lead lengthens to 10.
My mom was 10 years old at this game.
Frank Ryan is quarterbacking the Rams as they move from the kickoff. Del Schaffner makes the catch with Yale Larry on his back, and it's a 60-yard gain to put Los Angeles on the Detroit 14. A Detroit penalty.
She's about to turn 11 at this game. January 49. So this is, she's already 10. She's about,
Detroit's lead is cut to 10-7.
it's Mother's Day or some shit. So this mother was almost 11.
Billy Wade is piloting the Ram attack. He pitches a screen pass to Matson, and the Rams are close. Lou Michaels ties up the game with his toe with 50 seconds left in the second quarter. His 28-yard field goal makes it 10-10. Earl Morrow comes back and hands the flanker Terry Barr on a reverse. Barr fakes a pass, but keeps and carries to a first down on the Ram 37. There are 15 seconds left as Morrow skips back and rifles over the middle to Jim Gibbons. Gibbons battles for a 20-yard gain. Jim Martin beats the gun with a 25-yard field goal, and the Lions lead the field at halftime with a 13-10 lead over the Los Angeles Rams. Midway in the third period, the Lions are laying into the Rams again. Earl Morrow takes aim and pitches to Terry Barr. Barr bows to an apparent touchdown, but the officials have detected a violation by Detroit, and they're penalized to their 26.
The 1959 Lions won the championship, right?
The Lions are trying again as a fumble recovery sets them up on the Rams.
So these are championship Lions.
Gibbons at the 10. Gibbons fumbles, but Hopalong Cassidy ropes it in to save the day for Detroit.
The championship would have been played in December in 59, but nowadays the season ends in the next after the year's over. So you might think the game happened in January when they won the 59 championship.
The final period as he passes to John Arnett. Jim Steffen knocks the ball loose and
Steffen,
take over for Detroit.
Jim Steffen. Once you start watching, I respect this programming. About 17 more minutes of this, I can watch this.
The Rams are down, but still able to scare the Lions. Frank Ryan hurls a cross-country pass with 2 minutes left in the game. Del Schaffner makes the catch and pulls away from his defenders for a 67-yard tally. But it's too late to overtake Detroit. The Lions win 23-17 to move up to fifth place in the Western Conference by scoring their second victory over the Los Angeles Rams.
Pittsburgh video. Should I?
By one game, take on the Pittsburgh Steelers before more than 66,000 at Yankee Stadium. The Giants are trying to maintain their lead over the Browns. After a scoreless first quarter, the hometown Giants have something brewing to open the second period. Mel Triplett hustles for 13 yards. When Charlie Connery and George Shaw both sidelines with injuries, Don Heinrich...
I already saw the Rams game. If I keep watching, they'll show me the 49er game, so let's cut it. Now they're showing the Eagles Cardinals. Yeah, Eagles Cardinals. And then the Baltimore Colts versus Packers. These Colts look good. Johnny Unitas back to pass. I don't think I've seen this one. Colts Packers 59. Unitas is back. That was on. Could have been out of bounds. John Bradshaw Layfield just posted to. John Bradshaw Layfield just posted.
Taylor finishes it. He slips off and goes in for Green Bay. The Packers now trail 21-10.
Who's he with? With the Negro League Museum in Kansas City. Satchel Paige.
10 pound of LSU knows the way as he barrels into the end zone. Packer fans go wild as they're
Oh, wow.
21-17.
Oh, wow.
That point score.
Aren't you fucking special, John Bradshaw? Remember, I saw Bradshaw in Afghanistan, so I always kind of pay attention to what Bradshaw's doing. He was in Afghanistan kissing up, after he said we should turn it into a glass parking lot and kill everybody. Then he's like, "I better go be nice again. Can't just be shit. Can't just be a shitty fucking human being." And when I went to Afghanistan, I didn't expect to see any fake WWE wrestlers, especially the ones who said the most horrible things. Oh, the Bears in San Francisco.
The Chicago Bears fighting for survival in the Western Conference race. Warm up to face the leaders once defeated San Francisco at Snowbank Wrigley Field. 44,000 are rooting for the Bears to reverse an earlier defeat by the 49ers and even their season record at 4 wins and 4 losses.
Yeah, I feel that way about Bradshaw.
Tommy Davis picks off for San Francisco. Johnny Morris takes the ball over his shoulder in the end zone and lights out for the prospector's lane.
Now remember, when I went to Atlanta to join the Army, it was the same day as the final WCW Nitro. So, and then they sent me to Texas at the same time. Sean, he let Terry Bradshaw get his spot. You're right, yeah. I read Terry Bradshaw's book too, but that was before Duck Dynasty was a show. Bradshaw tried to kill himself twice. He's suicidal. All those wins didn't even make him want to live his life. The NFL employs him so he will feel better. Okay. Terry Bradshaw has a lot of guilt on his mind. That's the nice way they say it. We don't really know why Duck Dynasty got paid off to talk good shit. Yeah. Watching the 1959 49ers and Bears. I watched the Stanley Cup. I don't want to watch all the playoffs. If the Kings were in it, I'd be like, there's too much stress watching hockey, low-level Canadian. I'll root for the Canadians if they get all the way. I'm more interested in football. I think the Stanley Cup will end after the NBA Finals. There's more sweeps in the playoffs this year. The basketball playoffs are going quick. NHL they'll be done last, because sometimes they're done first. It's really bad that we don't know what championship will be completed first. The hockey is a race. They're racing against each other. They're playing chicken with the television ratings. Hockey is doing good. And playoff basketball does really good. Like now is the most important time of the year for the two sports competing for fans on the same night in the playoffs. Biggie. It would be really nice if the Edmonton Oilers get into the playoffs. Get into the Game 7 in Edmonton, and the NBA Finals are already over. That would be nice. America can stop fighting, and they can smell the roses and see there's other shit, because the NHL ending before gives NBA players nothing. Like, NBA players need to watch the Stanley Cup. You have to force fed it, open their mouth, put the Stanley Cup in their mouth and say, you taste that? Okay. We're from Los Angeles. I'm from Pasadena, home of 5 Super Bowls. Where are you from? My mom's from Hamburg. My dad's from Long Beach. So, my adopted family is from Peoria, Illinois. We own a roofing company. All the money, where'd the money come from? Roofs, roof repair, roof insurance, roof loans, property collections, forfeit of assets, homelessness, putting people out, raising the price of the rent. My family has personally contributed to roofing America and taxing every home, just like Vanilla Ice. He's trying to buy your home, but back then we would only buy the roof. We don't want. You pay my family for roof insurance, so your shit doesn't have water getting your shit wet inside. That's the most important thing in America, is keeping your papers clean, staying clean, dry. The rest of that's the most important thing, is that if you can't afford a roof loan, you can't live in this city. And you have 30 years to pay off your roof. We'll take a little every year. And every year you'll be paying my family. They still have a roofing company in Peoria. All those fuckers in Chicago, my family is just fixing the roofs over there. And my brother wants to do radio shows promoting other people's businesses. And I'm like, yeah, why don't you cut a promo on the historical family business we own that we've never met, and I've never actually been there. They don't know who I am. They think there are no descendants. They think that I wasn't allowed on the roof. They wouldn't let me push a lawnmower. Like I was a weak little boy who couldn't carry bags of groceries. Okay. You want to Google? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to put a link in chat, okay? Because my family business has a channel. Now, I just subscribed. So I'm about to put a link into the chat, okay, guys? If I went to live in Chicago, I would preferably be connected with this particular company. They have 2 videos on YouTube. a sexual harassment training guide, and a chat by the CEO, Laureen Moore, who I don't know. She's not. So, just for reference, I want to show.
Company's expectations. When it comes to expectations, not a lot has
There's some
changed.
old ass. What was that all?
I remember going to work with my dad when I was young, and we would go out and check jobs on the way home on the roof. My dad would talk to the foreman and make sure that the work was meeting the company's expectations. When it comes to expectations, not a lot has changed over the years.
Dude,
We deliver
everybody in.
for your best value. Stay in contact.
It's kind of a mafia racket. Yeah. We are too cheap to put a fireproof roof on my own home in California. You know, your family is fucking too cheap to fix your own roof. Your family is fucking. And it's we had the shingles that catch really flammable shingles, the ones you don't want. 1920 shingles. Like the shingles on my house were like 70 years old, and they never got touched by a single ember of flame. And we had to pay other people to. Grandpa didn't want to work on the roof after World War II. He came out to study communications at USC. He's a communications professor. I work in communications. Ironically, I work in communications. Okay. My brother would always do roof repair on our own home, but Ryback just posted. I like his. He's the best intro.
Oh, something everywhere. I can see something. Feeding time. Brought to you by Eating More Nutrition Shell Shock.
You're right.
Yo, welcome to Feeding Time. The big guy, Rod.
Roofs don't cost. They have roofs. Roofs don't cost anything. They'll put a new one on. Like ordering a pizza, you just. So, I would like to do volunteer roofing, just anything to put over. They don't need help. They're an evil roofing company, bro. It's 8:29, bro. I gotta go hook up. Okay, I tell you what. I'll go drop $68 at the club tomorrow. And I'll just sit on my money and calculate how much I can average a day until I get paid again. You got an 1885 roof? A roof is like a computer. You should upgrade it every 10 years. So, there's nothing wrong with, saving money to buy a bigger house. Or in Thailand, bro, all they do is fix their roof. That's all they do in Thailand. My boyfriend is fixing the roof. That's what all the girls are saying. The girls told me, my husband built a room. Yeah. okay, 10 years for a roof isn't very good, honestly. But you should look forward to it's your roof. Hopefully it can support your weight if you stand on it. That's ideal. You don't come crashing through it. I'm not clicking on YouTube Kids videos. I love hooking up more dope, but I'll do it tomorrow. I can do it today. Double checking my subscriber count. Could it possibly be still 3 short? My family would always cut an illegal door on the side of the garage because it's against the law to have a door on your garage. Or I can't believe I almost went 2 hours. So 5 minutes. 5 minutes, I'm gonna go do my run. Oh, you don't want to see me sitting around trying to do my show at midnight without dope and cigarettes. Braun Strowman meets JD McDowell. Later, man. Okay, I'm gonna cut it here.